Man-Thing, an ultra-powerful man-turned-beast, has been in the background of the Marvel Cinematic Universe for a long time, but finally had his chance to shine, and this might be a surprising video to see, but like last year when I delved into the power of the iconic vampire hunter Blade for Halloween, I wanted to take a closer look at another Marvel monster, Man-Thing. And yeah, I'm a little early for Halloween, but I expect to be pretty busy around Halloween with Black Adam coming out around that time, so, you know, you're getting it early.
Oh, looks like
Halloween
came early.
Santa brought it early!
Man-Thing is an interesting character within the MCU, not only because he is a supernatural creature, but because he's been teased in the MCU for nearly a decade. So there's more to draw on than just the incredible special feature, Werewolf by Night. With that being said, let's rewind back to 2014. After the fall of S.H.I.E.L.D., classified documents were leaked, which included details on beings that S.H.I.E.L.D. had captured and imprisoned in the Fridge, a maximum security detainment facility located in an undisclosed area of the world. One of these prisoners was Theodore Salas, otherwise known as Man-Thing.
Congress is like kindergarten. Where is this fridge? What was in there? Who or what is a Man-Thing? I swear I need a cocktail and a lobotomy.
When Hydra agent John Garrett infiltrated the Fridge during Hydra's uprising, he took it upon himself to liberate S.H.I.E.L.D.'s prisoners, and Man-Thing escaped custody. Eventually, Man-Thing found himself on Sakaar, presumably because he was captured by a scrapper just as Thor was, and taken to the Grandmaster's arena, where he would be forced to compete in the Contest of Champions. Man-Thing rose through the ranks and eventually earned the title of champion, which is no small feat. Simply comparing Man-Thing to other contestants that fought in the arena and never even became champion would be impressive enough. It's probably safe to assume as champion, he would eclipse the power of someone like Korg, who wasn't even deemed worthy enough to challenge the champion of Sakaar. While Korg doesn't have a ton of impressive feats, he was able to knock over Cull Obsidian, albeit while Drax was busy stabbing Cull in the back. However, this is still impressive considering that Cull could fight Iron Man's Mark 50 and the Hulkbuster version 2. Cull has taken hits from a Mjolnir-amped Captain America as well as a fully charged Black Panther, so Korg being able to knock down such a powerful being, even with a little help, is impressive. Not to mention Korg could also hurt and kill the gods in Omnipotent City, and yes, the guards were gods. Anyone who bleeds gold is a god, per the writer and director of Thor Love and Thunder, Taika Waititi. While I'm not trying to scale Korg anywhere near Thor, it goes to show that the Contest of Champions wasn't full of weaklings. After all, it was meant to find the most powerful beings in the universe. So since Man-Thing was champion, we can easily scale him far above the likes of Korg, closer to someone like the Hulk, another champion. Even taking a look at the non-Hulk champions, such as Ares, who is Zeus's son, a Greek god of an incredibly powerful pantheon, I think it's safe to say you need to be at this godlike level of power to become champion and retain your title for any significant period of time. Not to mention that Man-Thing was so prolific that he was enshrined on the Grandmaster's Tower for his incredible feats during his time as champion. If we assume that a Hulk-level being is the measuring stick for champions, Man-Thing would be scaling to the likes of the Jade Giant and the God of Thunder Thor, meaning he could output over 163 gigatons with his strikes, making him an island buster at full strength. So Man-Thing is a powerful empath, or a being who can sense the emotions of those around him. The emotions of others within his general vicinity determine his behavior, and intense negative emotions cause Man-Thing to seek out these emotions and destroy the source, as he did with Verussa Bloodstone. The reason he does so is because these negative emotions cause him pain and force his body to secrete a corrosive acid that can melt those who are emitting these negative or violent emotions. Of course, he can sense these negative emotions within those who mean him harm, so anyone he faced in the arena would be the sole target of his ire, forcing Man-Thing to rush at his opponent and destroy them to alleviate his own pain. With this in mind, the acid he secretes would still need to be potent enough to destroy these other godlike opponents. So even if his punches aren't island busting in their potency, his acid surely is. So eventually Man-Thing was able to escape Sakaar and found himself back on Earth, but he was unable to elude his troubles. He was again captured, this time by the Bloodstone family, where he was meant to be the main objective during a ceremonial monster hunt to determine the next wielder of the Bloodstone. Due to his immense power, the Bloodstone was attached to Man-Thing to dampen his abilities and make it possible to even hunt him in the first place, as he was considered more powerful than any other monster any hunter had ever encountered. This is very impressive, as the Bloodstone is one of the most formidable supernatural relics on Earth, and when Jack Russell was exposed to the power of the Bloodstone, he could hardly withstand it and would have died after extended exposure. Meanwhile, it was strapped directly to Man-Thing, who seemed to suffer little to no ill effects from it other than it generally weakening him. So this should go to show just how powerful Man-Thing truly is. But at the end of the day, this video is pretty speculative. I get that, I'm making a bunch of assumptions here, but it's meant to be just a fun video for Halloween to go over Man-Thing's full power, or at least what I think it could end up being like. If you like this video, feel free to take the arguments and use them against your friends. I'm sure you'll blow their minds when they find out that Man-Thing can in actuality disintegrate Thor into a pile of goo. Thanks for watching, everybody. Really do appreciate it. Remember to like and subscribe. It does really help us out. Give me a follow on Twitter, and remember the motto, it's Man-Thing over everything, and I'll see you guys next time.